Here's your guys' homework number 4, Intro to Angles, numbers 1 through 16. So, we're first going to look at number 1. Okay, so in the directions, it says describe if the angles are complementary linear pairs or vertical angles. So, this is complementary, so I'm going to write that down. Complementary angles. So now we solve. So we have to solve for x. So since it's complementary angles, the angle measurements add up to 90 degrees. So 2x plus 9 plus 3x plus 1 is equal to 90 degrees. So now we solve. So collect like terms. So 2x plus 3x is 5x. 9 plus 1 is 10. We're going to subtract 10 from both sides. And we get 5x is equal to 80. We'll divide both sides by 5. And x is going to equal to 16. So x is equal to 16. Now you have to plug in this x into both of those angle measurements to find the angle. So I'm going to take 2x plus 9 and 3x plus 1. I'm going to plug in 16 into both. And then we solve. So once you solve, then you're going to get, this is going to be 41 degrees. And this one right here is 49 degrees. So as a result, this one's 41 degrees and this one is 49 degrees. Okay, number 2. These are what you call supplementary angles. Oh, sorry, not supplementary. Complementary angles. Now, if you guys want to shorthand it, complementary angles. Okay, so that means these two angles, based off the definition in your notes, add up to 90 degrees. So 64 plus 2x plus 6 is equal to 90. So 2x, 64 plus 6 is 70. Subtract 70 to both sides. And divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 10. X is equal to 10. Now we're just going to plug in this into the equation to solve. So this is 2 times 10 plus 6. Actually, I'll show my work on the other side. So 2x plus 6. You plug in x. And then we solve. So that's 20 plus 6, which is 26. So this is going to be 26 degrees. Number 3. Alright, so these are complementary angles. Gonna just shorthand it. Alright, so that means they add up to 90 degrees. So x plus 1 plus 3x plus 1 is equal to 90. Collect like terms, so 4x plus 2 equals 90. Subtract 2 to both sides. And then divide both sides by 4. So x equals 22. Now we plug in to find our angle measurement. So x plus 1, and there's this 3x plus 1. We plug in 22 to both of them. And we're going to find that one is 23 degrees and the other one is 67 degrees. Okay. Number 4. Another complementary angles. So, both angles add up to 90 degrees. Collect like terms, so 10x plus 10 is equal to 90. Subtract both sides by 10. 10x is equal to 80. Divide both by 10. X is equal to 8. Plug both of them. Plug x into the angles so we can find the angle measurement. So 6x plus 4, that's one of them. Actually, I'm going to run out of room right there, so I'm going to write over here 6x plus 4 and 4x plus 6. Plug in 8 into both. So for this one, we get 52 degrees, and for this one, we get 38 degrees. So this one's 38, and this one is 52. Number 5. Okay, number 5, this is a linear pair. This is a linear pair, so that means they're supplementary, and based off your guys' definition of supplementary angles, they add up to 180. So b plus 117 is equal to 180. Subtract both by 117. So b is equal to 63. And if we plug that into b, we know this is just going to be 63 degrees. Okay. Now we got number 6. Complementary angles. So we got complementary angles. So that means we add up the angles, and they'll add up to 90. So 53 plus 2x plus 11 is equal to 90. Collect like terms, so 2x plus 64 equals 90. Subtract both sides by 64, and 2x is equal to 26. Divide both by 2, x is equal to 13. Now we plug that in to our angle to find the angle measurement. So we get 2x plus 11, plug in 13, and we get 26 plus 11, and that's going to give us 37. So this, you guys, is 37 degrees. Number 7, complementary angles, so they add up to 90. Collect like terms, so 6x plus 36 equals 90. Subtract both by 36. 6x is equal to 54. Divide both sides by 6. X is equal to 9. Plug it in to the angle to find the angle measurement. So we plug in 9. And we have 57 degrees. So this is going to be 57 degrees. Okay, another pair of complementary angles. So we got 63 plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 90. We solve. Subtract both sides by 66, and we get 2x is equal to 24. Divide both by 2, and x is equal to 12. Plug this in back into the angle to get the angle measure. So we are going to get 27 degrees. Number 9. Okay, this is vertical angles. So this is vertical angles, and from your notes, you know vertical angles are congruent to each other. So 12x minus 20 is equal to 2x plus 60. So now let's get variables on one side and constants on the other. I'm going to put our variables on the left-hand side. So we have 10x, and then I'm going to add 20 to both sides. So variables are on my left-hand side, and constants are on my right. So we solve for x. X is equal to 8. Now we have our x. Now we got to plug it into the angles to find the angle measurements. So 12x minus 20, and we got 2x plus 60. We're plugging in 8 into both. And what we're going to have is 12 times 8 is 96 minus 20, so that's 76 degrees, and this one's also going to give you 76 degrees. So both of these are 76 degrees. Number 10, this is a linear pair, which is supplementary, so that means if we add the two angles together, it should equal 180. So 4x plus 18 plus x plus 12 is equal to 180. Collect like terms, so 4x plus x is 5x. 18 plus 12 is 30. Subtract 30 to both sides. 5x is equal to 150. Divide both by 5, so x is equal to 30. Now we plug in x into both of the angles to find the angle measurement. So 4x plus 18, x plus 12. We plug in 30 into here, into x, and we substitute 30 into here as well. So we're going to get 4 times 30 is 120 plus 18, 138, and 30 plus 12 is 42. So this one's 138 degrees, and this one is 42 degrees. This is a linear pair. You know it's a linear pair because they have a adjacent side and their supplementary angles because they add up to 180. So since it's linear pair, we add them together and they equal to 180. So 4x plus 108 equals 180. Subtract both sides by 108. 72. Divide both by 4, and x is going to equal to 118. 18. Okay, so now we plug in 18 in for our x. So we have 4x, plug in 18 into there. So 4 times 18, which is simply 72. So this is going to be 72 degrees. 12, another linear pair. So since a linear pair is supplementary angle, so that means both of these angles add up to 180. So 6x plus 90 equals 180. Subtract 90 to both sides. 6x is equal to 90. Divide both sides by 6. X is equal to 15. So x is equal to 15. Now plug in this into the angle to find the angle measurement. And as you guys can see, the more repetition you guys have with this, then the easier it becomes. So 95 degrees, so this angle measurement is 95 degrees. Again, another linear pair. So we got both these angles adding up to 180 because they're supplementary. So 58 plus 6x plus 2 equals 180. 6x plus 60 equals 180. Subtract both by 60. Divide both by 6. So x is equal to 20. Plug this into the angle to find the angle measurement. So 6x plus 2, the x becomes 20. 6 times 20 is 120 plus 2, 122. So this is going to be 122 degrees. 3 more. 14, another linear pair. Supplementary angles, so they add up to 180. So 101 plus 29 is 130. Subtract 130 of both sides, and x is equal to 50. So plug this into the angle to find our angle measurement, and we're going to get that we have 79 degrees. So this is 79 degrees. 15, these are vertical angles. So since they're vertical angles, that means they're congruent to each other. So they're equal to each other. So 5x minus 20 is equal to 3x plus 16. I'm going to get my variables on the left-hand side, so I'm going to subtract both sides by 3x. I'm going to add by 20 to both sides to get the constants on the right-hand side. And divide both sides by 2. So x is going to equal to 18. Okay, so now I gotta plug it into both. I don't have room there, so 5x minus 20 over here and 3x plus 16 over there. Plug in 18 into both. And we're gonna get 5 times 18, which is 90 minus 20, so 70 degrees. 3 times 18, that is 54 plus 16, so that's also 70. And that makes sense because, right, vertical angles are congruent to each other. And our last one is linear pair. And it's supplementary, so they add up to 180. X plus 153 is equal to 180. Subtract 153 to both sides. So now plug it into the angle to find the angle measurement, and we're going to get 41 degrees. Alright, so that's your guys' homework. It is due on based on the homework calendar, and good luck, okay?